Hello, yon gamers. I am back playing yet another game. I'm playing Kirby's Dream Land this time for the Game Boy. I'm playing through a Super Game Boy, through a Super NES, and of course with the Super NES controller. This game does not have a save feature or anything, it just has a start on the title screen, which is nice and simple. This is probably not going to be a long stream, or a long video if you're watching on the recording, because this is not a very long game. It is a good game though. I very, very much love Kirby games, and especially their music. I believe the composer for most, if not all, of the Kirby games is Jun Ishikawa. Now, being the first Kirby game, Kirby's abilities in this game are actually very simple. Kirby does not yet have the ability to steal enemy powers and copy them. He doesn't get that until Kirby's Adventure, which is the next game. So in this, pretty much all Kirby can do is suck enemies in and blow them back out. Oh, hang on, chat. I'm fighting a Poppy Brothers. Or perhaps a Poppy Brother, since there's only one of them. Let's see, what's chat saying? Let's see. Oh, I see, man 845. We were talking about something before the before I started the recording. Sean has joined us. Sean says, "How are you displaying the Game Boy?" And Oddman 845 answered the question for me. It's a Super Game Boy. Oddman 845 also says, "Don't forget about the flying powers." Indeed, Kirby can fly. He can suck in a whole bunch of air, and apparently that makes him float. But not forever, though. Actually, maybe in this game, I think you can just kind of fly forever, but you have to constantly maintain it. You have to keep hitting up like I was doing right there. A central feature to Kirby games is stars. And if you've noticed already, anytime Kirby blows something back out, it turns into a star. Stars are quite strong. You can, of course, swallow things that you've inhaled by just hitting down. No, but it doesn't do anything, though. It just gets rid of the enemy without turning them into ammunition. Now, you saw I sucked in two guys right there. Another part of the Kirby games that is not yet in place is whenever you suck in two things, it turns into like a double-powered star, but in this game it doesn't do that. The item that I just picked up back there was called a Maxim Tomato that fills up your entire energy bar, which is bottom center. There's nothing over here. I thought maybe there was like a medicine power-up or something down there, but I guess not. And I'm going to fight the quintessential boss in Kirby games. This is Whispy Woods. He does two of those. And you suck in the apples, throw them back at his nose. I think you can actually hit him anywhere vertically, but traditionally the nose. Jesus, go apeshit. You can see his energy meter down at the bottom directly above mine. He's only got one hit left. And then we get the Kirby dance because we got the star from killing a boss. Sneeze. Sneeze. It's a little cutscene before every level. I like it. This level is called... oh, there's a microphone power-up right there. Watch this. You breathe it back out, and Kirby screams into the microphone and kills everything on the screen. Boom! I forgot about that bomb power-up. I want to go back. I think I missed something back there. Oh well. Fucker. That's something that's really horrible about Kirby games, is the second that you get an enemy spawn point off the screen, they respawn. Like this Phanto-looking guy that's directly in front of me there, if I knew how to kill him. You just barely get his spot off the screen, and then if I were to walk back, he'd be there again. Oh, there he's gotten pissed. See, watch. I'm surprised he's not back. See, the one time I try to demonstrate the problem with Kirby energy spawns, and it doesn't work. Oh, I'm missing so much stuff. Because I'm taking the fast exit in each screen. Now, some of these question blocks you can get stuff out of by shooting them, but I don't remember... Like, I don't think all of them have stuff in them. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I haven't played this game in a really long time. Now, you may recognize that dude down there, and the name of this level. This level is called Castle Lolo, and that is actually named after Lolo, which is another series of games that they don't make anymore, but was popular in the NES. Also made by HAL Laboratory, the developer of this game. Let's see if I can get something out of this. Nope. Controls are a little bit mushy is the word that I would say. Kirby tends to have more inertia than it looks like a thing that, you know, is mostly just a mouth that sucks in air would actually have. Oh shit, that was a ton of ghosts. Just spawned up there. And that right there is a medicine power-up. I think that gives you like 2 on your energy bar. Yeah. And the food up here gives you invincibility. And listen to this music. Pause. Look at the chat. Obman845 says, "Wait, Jeremy, I forgot who you are doing the stream with." I'm not doing a stream with anyone tonight, but possibly on Monday or Tuesday next week, I will be doing a stream and thus a recording with a frequent member in the chat known as Kiloghost. He's one of my real life friends, and he lives pretty close by. And we've been gaming together for years and years and years. Like, I've known him since middle school. Got some fart clouds going on in the background there. You fucking ghost. Unlike Mario ghosts, when you look at those ones, they don't give a shit. When you're fighting Lolo and Lala here, you have to be really careful with how much time you're using to attack them with, especially if you're trying to, if they like spawn through a door in front of you and you're trying to grab the box and then still have enough room to hit them and get out of their way, it's pretty tight. And it's still pretty tight trying to grab it from behind like this too. Jormor says, "I am suspicious of this Game Boy." Welcome, Jormor. Another cutscene. Fucker's trying to get out. Swallow, Kirby. Good boy, swallow. Watch out for those friggin' barley nuts, walnuts, whatever those are up in the tree, because if you get under them, they fall on your head and they explode. They're quite vicious. And yes, you can swim in this water right here. Be careful though, if you suck something in, you instantly become heavier, and without much effort you can sink right off the screen, and then that is death. Oh, I want that. Fucker. Can I use it on something else up here? I can get rid of these friggin' walnuts. See, Min845 says I played this game once on the Game Boy player for GameCube. Yes, that is the Game Boy player is the upgraded Super Game Boy, because we in the United States did not get the Super Game Boy 2 for the Super NES. The Super Game Boy 2 was capable of playing Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, but we did get the Game Boy player for the GameCube, which was capable of playing Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. So I had actually thought about that before I started this stream, whether I wanted to use the Super Game Boy or the Game Boy player. And I don't know why, I just went with this. I went with the Super Game Boy and the Super NES. I think I'm still kind of justifying the purchase of my SCART cable, which is what this is running through. Which is why the video looks so damn good. Oh, that was close. Those spikes give you like something like double or triple damage to yourself, not to enemies. See, I'm still missing stuff. I took the easy exit. Oh, here we go. Now the idea with that food is that it's really spicy, and so it gives Kirby like super crazy heartburn breath. And you can just you can exhale the flames as long as you want to until it runs out, or until you hit water, which is what I just did. And let's use this star. I'm not actually doing anything here, the game's doing this. I forgot about that. See, Min845 says if you use the Game Boy player, you can plug in your Game Boy Advance with a cable and use that as a controller. I'm not sure I actually knew that. I guess I never tried that. I have a Game Boy Advance, a few of them actually, and a link cable. Guess I just never tried that. Anyway, the power-up that I got back there, that leaf thing, lets you do infinite exhaling of air pellets, which is the only way to fight this boss. And there is kind of a time limit for this boss too, because if you take too long, the ground starts coming up right there, and it'll eventually force you off the top of the screen, and then you're dead. Bubble clouds. Holy shit, is that how Kirby's reproduce? Falls into a cloud and more Kirbys just start pouring out? So like that's even faster reproduction than a Tribble. And it's asexual. And sometimes you get stars instead of Kirbys. Very strange life cycle of a Kirby. Oh, don't try to inhale those things, they get pissed. See, watch this. And then they come after you, and eventually they boom! So, if at all possible, use a projectile, like exhale an enemy, or do what I'm doing and hit them with air pellets. Fucker. A lot of these enemies are recurring throughout Kirby games. Like those guys right there, that's Waddle Doo? Or is that Waddle Dee? And those mummy throwing guy things that I just ate, those are cutter guys. Oh shit, that was dumb. Also, I'd like to point out the excellent use of colors in this game. As we know, the Game Boy is only capable of 4 colors, and the Super Game Boy is capable of recoloring Game Boy games, but it doesn't add colors. All it does is changes one of those 4 colors to something else. And there are a number of Game Boy games that the Super Game Boy is programmed to recognize, like Kirby's Dream Land, and it applies what it thinks is the best color palette for that particular game. And so it looks pretty good, and it looks to the untrained eye like there might be more than 4 colors on the screen, but there's not. It's still only 4. And this right here, I think, is a hidden door. It is. Now check this out. Oh, there's Max and Tomato, like I was talking about before. Oh, this is Kracko. He definitely has a pattern to him. Or no, this is not Kracko. This is like Kracko's first form. I will fight him again as the final boss of this stage. Bitch. Bitch. Damn it! See, the window to hit him there is pretty small. See, Upman845 says the cable to connect the Game Boy Advance to the GameCube is a special cable that you plug into the controller slot. Yes, it is. Upman845 says, so I guess you can use it for all GameCube games. No, that's actually not true. The GameCube game has to be specifically programmed to support that. Otherwise, the game just won't do anything when you plug it in. The games that are specifically programmed to support it, though, can indeed use it as a secondary controller, like Four Swords is one of those games. Four Swords is a 4-player simultaneous Zelda game, and all 4 players can have Game Boy Advances plugged in and be controlling 4 different characters on the screen. Ow. I just thought of what it might take to hook up 4-player Four Swords. Oh, there's nothing down there. I thought there was like a health power-up down there. But one of the hooks of Four Swords is that it also uses a screen on each plugged-in Game Boy Advance, so that if you are playing, like say as player 1, and your character goes into a cave, then your character actually goes into the cave down on your Game Boy Advance screen. So you're not disrupting the play of the other players up on the main screen. And so it actually could be done to record that, because what you could do is you could have 4 separate GameCubes with 4 Game Boy players, and then have all 4 of those plugged into the one GameCube with 4 swords running on it. And as far as the main GameCube knows, it's hooked up to 4 Game Boy Advances. But you could be recording the video output of all of those GameCubes. And how you would integrate effectively 5 screens into one video, that by itself could be a challenge, but it could be done. Fucker. And here is Kracko's final form. Watch this. Boom! Now he's hella pissed. Watch out for that. I like when you hit him because his eye goes apeshit for a couple seconds. Ah! How slick was that? Kracko's second form, his pattern is a little bit more random, but the components of the pattern are all the same. Boom! See, Dromore says, are those monsters Shy Guys from Mario 2? No, the little guys, they're called Waddle Dee. And, Waddle Dee or Waddle Doo, I get them mixed up. They look like them, though. Could be inspired by them. I'm at 8:45. Indeed, there is going to be an after show as usual. So I would be happy to talk to you about your thing. Jormer says the noises remind me of Link's Awakening. That doesn't surprise me because on the NES and the Game Boy, within the same developer, say Nintendo, sound effects tend to be reused. So what we do here is we're on the last level and it makes you rebeat all the 4 bosses again, and then you can fight King Dedede. So let's do them in order, why not? There's a little bit of an intro level, and then you fight the boss again. Ow. Oh yeah, and you have to kill the Kirby to get into the door. The fake Kirby. Aren't you gonna shoot Whispy Woods? Guess not. Upman 845 says, so it becomes Mega Man, basically. You get to the end of the game and it makes you beat all the bosses again. Ah, take that. How do you get the friggin' question blocks? Killing the Kirbys is not difficult, you just touch them. Boom. Okay, onward to boss number 3. Yeep. Ah, crazy clam fuck. Can I shoot through this thing? No. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm remembering the bosses being a little bit more vicious the second time around. Not by a lot. Damn. And yet I'm beating them much faster than previously. Kirby does have this downward falling move right here, where if you fall on an enemy, once he started pointing down like that, then you will kill that enemy. I want to kill with an air pellet. Can I not kill him with an air pellet? No. Let's dance, Kracko. Boom. Dormer says you're too good. I know. I'm just damn good, aren't I? And now we're fighting King Dedede. Ow. He likes that hammer. And sometimes if you're above him when he's wielding the hammer, he'll actually jump up in the air and hit you with the hammer. So gotta be careful of that. Also notice how massive his friggin' health bar is. Get the stars when he lands. He makes a crazy face when you hit him. You can still get a star from him. See, he knocks out a star with the hammer, but you're risking getting hit in the face when he does that. See if I can trigger him. Yes, but I took a hit doing it. See, there he tried to hit me in the air. I think his swing with the hammer is triggered by how close you are to him. So if you're like hiding over in the corner and he's coming at you with the hammer, he'll get all the way up on you and hit you in the face with the hammer, and then you've got nowhere to go unless you try and jump out of the way. Whereas if you jump out of the way close to him, then he'll swing the hammer, and then you've got plenty of room to grab the star that comes out. Still a little dangerous, but makes the fight go a little faster. And notice that he's also got that sucking power too, just like you do. Fuck! See, I was too close to the wall. Man 845 says, LOL, this boss is like, here's a rock, please throw it at me. That's kind of the way the bosses in Kirby games work, yeah. Fortunately, even though I died, I don't have to repeat all those bosses again. I can just start fighting him again. Oh, too close. Man 845 says he has a picture of himself on his wall. Yeah, he's quite vain, King Dedede. Oh, you were supposed to land with that hammer and give me a star. As I was saying, that sucking power of his right there is just like yours. He can suck you in and then blow you back out, and it does hurt you. Damn it. Again, Kirby has inertia. Sometimes if you try to move quickly, Kirby will instead start slipping around on the screen. It tipped. Pushed the button and it didn't work. That was not smart doing it that way, but it did work. And that's the end of the game. Watch this. Boom! He goes flying out of the castle. That's how hard you hit him. And out of the top comes a big-ass goddamn Kirby, and somehow that makes the castle float away. And all the food is falling out of the castle. That's the problem that you were trying to solve this whole time, is King Dedede stole all the food from Kirby Land. And so now you got it back. And then we have the credits. Sean was like, it was almost like a speed run until a moment ago. Yeah, and I've played this game a couple of times, you might say. Yep, there it is, sound composer Jun Ishikawa. Special thanks Bubby, special thanks Cypher, so the guy from The Matrix. Special thanks to so many players. I'm guessing the testers, because they can't thank the player because the game hasn't come out yet. When they put the text in the game that says thanks to the players. Oh, Kirby farted. That's okay, the stars caught the castle though. Kirby lands on the stage and everybody's super happy because they're super stuffed. And Kirby says bye-bye. Extra game, I forgot about this. Press up A and select on the title screen to start a new adventure. Up A and select. I think that makes the game harder. King Dedede's pissed. Maybe I'll play the extra game mode at some point. But, up A and select. I have to remember that. Can you not reset from this? No, you can't. I mean, I could reset the console. Anyway, that's the end of this particular recording. Thanks, recording people, for watching. And if you want to know when I am live streaming the next time, if I can speak, there's two ways to be notified of that. You can either follow me on the YouTube web browser in your desktop computer or your laptop, or you can follow me in the YouTube app or the YouTube gaming app and just hit the bell icon, and then it'll send you a notification when I start a live stream. Or you can follow me on Twitter and you'll get a notification that way. And you can find a link to my Twitter profile on my YouTube channel page. So until the next time I play a game, which will be very, very soon, I'll see you.